Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently solid axle swapping, although it's already solid axle swap my H3, but I'm putting 1 tons in instead of the Dana 44 10 bolt. We're putting Dana 60 14 bolt in it. So step 1, which I've kind of already done a lot of this work, I was removing the old axles, cleaning up the frame, sourcing new axles. So we're going to pick this series up, starting to rebuild the front axle and the front suspension on the frame and everything to get these coilovers mounted. So today what I'm going to be doing is essentially replacing the kingpins, the upper kingpins in the Dana 60. I've already removed all the old everything on it. Already had gears in the locker installed, had another guy do that because I didn't want to mess with all that jazz. So I got the axle back, so we're going to start rebuilding it. Still got a little bit of stripping and stuff to do on it, but today we're going to attempt to put these kingpins back in. I think the torque on them is like 600 foot-pounds or something crazy, so got a couple little tools to help me hopefully get to that number. So enjoy the show as I try to, probably in comedic fashion, tighten these suckers down and get these kingpins installed. For those of you who don't know, this is what an upper kingpin on a Dana 60 looks like. It's kind of a cone-like pin that sits on the top of the outer C here. So I got this full kingpin rebuild kit from, I think, East Coast Gear. Comes with bearing seals, all the stuff you need, bushings, kingpins. So the old ones I took out, unfortunately, had a lot of scarring and heat marks on them, so figured I might as well replace them. The socket you need for the top is a 7/8 Allen. So this is a Sunex 7/8 Allen impact socket. And what I'm going to attempt to do is use this little digital torque meter from Harbor Freight. Looks like this. Set it at 600 foot-pounds. Use a 3-foot breaker bar and my body weight to try to get it installed. Now the kingpin goes right here on the top, threads in up top here. So hopefully I got this braced up in a way that'll let me do it. So I guess we'll find out how this goes. But first, I'm going to apply some red Loctite to the threads and then start cranking. Alright, so sorry you guys didn't get to see it because I had to reposition, do a bunch of stuff, but I got it tightened down. I think I actually went a little over spec, so probably margin of error there, but it's kind of a goofy setup. I got a bunch of sandbags weighing the other end down, like standing on it, this giant breaker bar. Anyway, this was the highest it read, was 614 on it, so given the probably shitty inconsistency of this device, I'd imagine we're probably within spec. So that one's good and tight. Now to hopefully do the other side with as much success. Hopefully this one with the weight setup works better this time. So we're going to give this a one-shotter. See how we do here. If I can Loctite everywhere. Oops. Okay. Let's take this and this. Close to being tight yet. Let's see what we're measuring. right. There you go. What the hell? This shit move or something? Should be fucking. Need to get better leverage. Get the right All right, we saw like 550 something, so calling it good. All right, guys, one last thing for this episode is I'm going to start tentatively finding caster angle, which is how much the, I guess, kind of your kingpin, or the angle is pointed rearward. You want, I think it's called positive caster, is you want the upper one behind the front one so that it drives well down the road, right? So I've been told 6 to 7 degrees, maybe more if you can get it. So I got a couple angle finders and basically a rod that runs straight down from the upper kingpin through the lower bearing that's not installed yet, so that I can get a reference off the casting kind of in a fixed location. So basically we have essentially 2 angle finders. Here, I'll just show you. 2 angle finders. This is the one, what I mean, I'm just taking a mag light down through there. So this one reads 83.1, which is basically 7 degrees of caster, right? You see how it's angled back? And then that's my reference angle finder, which is at 1.9 or 2 degrees, depending, kind of. So should have no problem at this angle, especially with the drive shaft, I believe. So still kind of working out the whole pinion angle side of things, but for 7 degrees caster, we're looking at about a 2.0 to 1.9 on that leaf perch there, just as a reference point. So obviously it changes a little bit if I were to go with more caster, but this is a good starting point. So anyway, that's how I did it. You want basically the true way to find this, and it's not putting it on the C, but connecting the 2 dots basically. And since I don't have the bearing in the bottom one yet, I put the little mag light on here and the angle finder, whoops, on the mag thing. So, which is a very sensitive device, obviously. So anyway, that's how I did it. So that'll probably be it for this one. Up next, I'll probably continue building out the axle, putting the bearings in, cleaning it up some more, so on and so forth. So anyway, thanks for watching.